Okay, so September 8th, 2025, approximately 11:30 a.m. on that eastern side, but you know we done flipped them poles, so it could be western. I don't know, but I'm D'Amica, and it's hashtag Lost Souls Tarot Cards time. The portals to truth, okay? So you already know I'm your life force generator, right? And I am also the CEO of Life Force Gen Z. I am also the author of my book, hashtag Reverse the Negative. Y'all see my name at the bottom there, D'Amica? Cause people be trying to act like they try to take people's work and then claim it for their own work, and that's just not okay. Okay, so we're still picking up on the story of I pulled some community helpers earlier, so go ahead and check out that video. Okay, so we're still pulling on the stalker and the energy, Jamaican practitioner, and then California, what are you hiding? Okay, so then we're also going to pull off the fact that we pulled this out under California, which was the fake birth or death certificates. We also pulled out death. Okay, we pulled out death. We pulled out hurt, right? Hurt came out. Murder came out. Okay, now much more came out during that read. It was like an hour-long read, right? So make sure you check out that video so you can understand where we're coming from, because this is absolutely part two, building onto that story. Okay, so before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and read another haiku out of my book. Yep, real quick. Let's see. Oh, okay. This one is called Terraform Now. It's called Terraform Now. Terraform Now. Wait on you no more. Restoration must take place. Solar flares are here. Okay, so that's called Terraform Now. Y'all need to terraform now. Okay, because the wait on you is no more. All right, restoration must take place, and the solar flares are here. I wrote this in 2023, loves. Wrote this book in 2023. It's copyrighted in 2023. Yep. All right, so let's get this bell rung, and then we're going to go ahead and tap into the fake birth and death certificate, the death, the murder, the hurt, that's surrounded around this California, what are you hiding energy, Jamaican practitioner, and the stalker. Okay, and how are we going to do that? We're going to tap into the United States and America and beyond, okay, to see what's going on with this. Who's been helping them in the United States of America and beyond, right, type of situation, or what we should learn about from those decks. But we'll also we pulled out the family members for the stalker earlier, right? So I don't think we need to tap into the family members for the stalker. Let's do some family for the Jamaican practitioner. Yep. Let's do some family for the Jamaican practitioner. Because y'all have to understand, when murder came out, death came out, fake birth, death certificate, hurt, they planned the robbery. So much came out during that read. So I hope y'all tap into it. So let's get some family. Your second cousin on your mom's side, second cousin on the mom's side came out for the Jamaican practitioner. Second cousin on the mom's side. And then behind that, it was your aunt. Your mom, and we're only going to do 4. Your mom and first cousin on your dad's side. Okay, first cousin on your dad's side. Okay, so that's the 4 family members that we pulled out for the Jamaican practitioner. Now let's go over it. It could be this Jamaican practitioner's second cousin on their mom's side, or your second cousin on your mom's side could have been working with this Jamaican practitioner, because the stalker and the Jamaican practitioner were working together. Okay, that's for sure. You got to check out that other read. To commit murder, hurt, death. Okay, and then it has your first cousin on your dad's side, right? So for the Jamaican practitioner, the mom came out, right? And then the second cousin on the mom's side. All right, so that's the Jamaican practitioner's mom's side, and then their aunt or your aunt. Okay, and then first cousin on dad's side, which could be their first cousin on their dad's side or your first cousin on your dad's side. Let's get into it. Okay, so we also pulled out 4 emotions and entities for this here. Let's pull out some family members for California as well. California, what are you hiding? I just feel like with this, it could be very big with the California, what are you hiding? Because some heavy hitters came out with that. And then I took out the 2, which was death and fake birth and death certificates. So let's get some family members out for California. What are you hiding? This came on out, your male best friend. So in California, someone's male best friend could be involved with a fake birth or death certificate and a death. Thank you. Okay, we got a grandpa energy. We got a grandpa energy that came out for the California. What are you hiding? Spiritual guide connects you to your ancestral roots, part of a family lineage, provides wisdom with truth. Traditional, no illusions, protective, strong, healing. So we got a grandpa energy that's coming in that's getting ready to bring us some truth with this, okay? That's what that's telling me with this whole California situation. We're going to get 2 more for the family members for California. Please and thank you. Family don't always have to be blood, and it could definitely be energetic, spiritual family coming through. Okay, best believe that. Did I ring the bell? Let's ring the bell. Job jokers, hold on. So thank you for the energies that already welcomed themselves, but let's go ahead and ring the bell so that we can welcome in all energies, right? Welcome in all energies at this time. Thank you for all life forms. Thank you for all spirits. Thank you for all life. Again, and thank you for death too. Thank you for death too. That's the only way some of us will learn. All right, let's get that bell rung. All right, hopefully y'all heard the bell. I did turn the volume down because I was listening to some Lemurian music while I was taking my notes. We got a divine sister that came out with California. A divine sister that came out with California. Okay, she represents soul sister, deep bind, trust on point. That trust is on point. They don't compromise, or they may compromise with you, but not with others. Unconditional love is in the building. They're here to unite you with the 12 sacred bonds and providing you with mutual support and spiritual connection. All right, so grandpa energy is here, divine sister energy is here, the male best friend is here, and then a karmic grandpa came out, right? A karmic grandpa energy came out, right? So you got a good grandpa energy that came out, and now you got the karmic grandpa energy that's coming out. So this one is not a spiritual guide. It disconnects you from your ancestral roots, not belonging to the family lineage. There's no wisdom, just lies. Offers advice based off illusions. Cherish the energy that you bring. They cherish the energy that you bring because they siphon your energy, okay? And they're very selfish. So you got 2 grandfathers in this energy that's coming through with California that are butting heads, okay? Which one you gonna listen to? Okay, so we got family that's out here. We got family that's out here. Okay, we already had, remember, Karmic Wife came out. Karmic Wife came out with the Stalker earlier, right? So we'll keep her ass right there. And the great grandma on the mom's side came out too with the Karmic Wife, okay? But we're not going to do that. We're just going to leave the Karmic Wife up there with that Stalker because it was at the bottom of the deck and she felt like she wanted to come on back out and play. So bring that ass on back out, Karmic Wife. But we weren't done with you anyway. All right, so let's tap into I'm thinking USA and beyond, y'all. Let's get the USA and beyond. We're at 9 minutes and 50 seconds. Let's get the USA and beyond. Okay. So I'm pulling out decks 3 and 4 of my USA and Beyond. I'm pulling out decks 3 and decks 4. God damn, I have a wedgie. And y'all ain't even can y'all see that I had a wedgie? Y'all, that's what I be saying. Y'all be trying to tell me. Yesterday my lips was ashy as I don't know what. Y'all ain't tell me. Then y'all just seen that I had the deepest wedgie, and you ain't tell me. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and tap into USA and Beyond. I pulled out 2 decks. I pulled out deck 3 and deck 4. I have 6 of these decks. That's about to be 7 of these USA and Beyonds. All right, so we're definitely pulling out some portals here to figure out what's going on in California. Okay. What's going on in California? What's going on with these Jamaican practitioners? What's going on with the stalker and all the family members that's involved? Because we got fake birth and death certificate. We got death, we got murder, we got hurt. So we're going to go ahead and pull these 13 portals out. Please and thank you. We're going to pull these 13 portals out from USA and Beyond. Okay, for all of this that we have out here. And I think that's the route that I want to take. Okay, that's the route I want to take. Let's go ahead and USA and Beyond has a lot in here. Okay, like I said, it's USA and Beyond. So who knows? All right, let's get into it. What did it say? Virginia Central Penitentiary. Y'all going to jail. Virginia Central Penitentiary, Waverly, Virginia. Okay, so that tells me right here, y'all going to jail. Y'all, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You're going to jail. Because again, murders out here. You got fraud out here. You got death out here. Okay, I mean, yeah, and hurt. Right? There's some assassins. You were some assassins. The medieval murder cult. Let's look that up. The medieval murder cult. You all were some assassins, okay? Medieval murder cult. Okay, you were all with some assassins, and you're going to the penitentiary. All right, you've probably done some heavy murders and deaths within Virginia. And yeah, Virginia Penitentiary, Central Penitentiary in particular, is calling your name. The medieval murder cult that terrorized the... Ooh, goodness. So let's get into it. Hopefully you got your notebooks and your pens, right? Y'all know I like to research things, so stick with me. One day I'll learn how to incorporate it so that we both are looking at it. I got a Dell laptop. I got to study so that I'm able to know how to incorporate this. I think I got to create like a Zoom, and then that way I can present it in that order or that fashion. All right, but you have assassins. The medieval murder cult that terrorized the Middle East. Long before the modern Middle East terrorism, there were the medieval order of assassins, okay? A murderous cult led by a mysterious figure known as the Old Man of the Mountain. The first European account of the group was written in 1167 by a Spanish rabbi, Benjamin of Tudela, who described a shadowy sect, hidden in mountain fortresses and terrifyingly ruthless. For decades afterwards, travelers and crusaders brought back to Europe sensational tales that titillated and terrified of expert murderers, thoroughly trained since childhood in the arts of deceit and stealth. Below are 17 fascinating but lesser known facts about the assassins' history, most notorious killer cult. Okay, so I'm going to put this link. They feared heretics, okay? The Sunni Shiite split birth, the assassins cult. The founder of the Order of the Assassins. There's some good information here. So I'm going to make sure I put this link inside of the description. Okay, y'all? I got y'all. I got y'all. Let me do that now. Okay. And then that way you'll be able to tap into it too and read for yourselves and take your own notes. I love when I'm able to learn things and then able to learn on my own what I want to learn from it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put that there. Okay. Okay, so that's basically telling me that you all here in this group of entities here have done some evil, shadowy, mysterious, or you thought it was mysterious murders, right? You all were notorious killer cults, okay? Notorious killer cults. This was the next one that came out. Over 20.34 million sacrifices. Okay? Come on now. Come on now. This came in the reverse. 3 Sisters Hills, south of facility. This is the deep underground military bunker system. 3 Sisters Hills, south of facility. Okay, so maybe 3 sisters were involved, or maybe it was more than 3 sisters involved with this karmic wife or stalker or Jamaican practitioner. Okay, it came in the reverse, so it could very well be more than 3 sisters. See, the way I look at stuff is certain keywords, okay? Certain keywords that can go in a line with a story, with the energies that I'm feeling, right? This came in the reverse. They no longer want war. These are all wars, okay? These are all wars. We got the Comanche campaign, the Bannock, and the Sheepeater Indian War, okay? They don't want no more smoke, right? They were killing for an arousal. Damn, bruh. Damn. That was portal number 5. We're going to go ahead and tap into the next one, okay? There were threats, medical and emergency threats, threats of civil disorder. They threatened you through cyber attacks and EMPs, or they see you as a threat. They see you as civil disorder, a cyber attack, EMP. You had to go through a medical emergency? Oh, shit. Because you are of disorder. So I feel like they were attacking the collective, right? Because the collective didn't want to go along with their plan, right? Their Xfinity. What? The hell? Leonti. Okay. EMP. Electromagnetic pulses, okay? What we got? We got some coordinates. 35 degrees, 20 miles north, 116.8 miles west. 35 degrees, 8 miles north, 117 degrees, 48 miles west. The other countries know too. So that's portal number 9. The other countries, they know as well. But they can't abort the mission. They can't abort this mission. Yeah, you've done too much damage. That was portal number 10. You cannot abort this mission. Okay, you cannot abort this mission. Why? Guardian, freedom for all. Why? Because you weren't a guardian and you didn't provide freedom for all. And on the back of that, it said domestic terror analyst. Right? So it came in the reverse. What is a domestic terror analyst? Let's look that up. Domestic terror analyst. A domestic terror analyst is a professional who specializes in analyzing and understanding domestic terrorism threats. This role involves defining and categorizing domestic terrorism incidents, which includes identifying individuals or groups that may engage in violent acts in furtherance of their ideological goals. Okay? So, you were trying to stop them from furthering their ideological goals. That's why this came in the reverse for you all. And the other countries know it too. You weren't conducting research, you were lying, saying that they were violent and extreme, including you were analyzing online and lying about folk online, right? Yes. Cyber attack, yes. You were collaborating with law enforcement and other agencies to develop strategies for preventing and responding to domestic terrorism incidents. But you are the terrors. Yes, y'all crack me on up. See, the crazy thing is you're educated but broke. You're educated but you're broke. And what kind of education do you know? Huh? You're educated but broke. And this is from Hercules to King Arthur. That was portal number 13. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Okay. Because with the USA and to take away from America and beyond, you got to go a little bit deeper. And this requires us to study together, right? To learn. So if you are watching this video and you know something that I'm not saying and it could help, drop it in a comment, okay? Drop it in a comment. If you know that we're looking for certain definitions or meanings for certain terms and you feel as though you might have a better definition, meaning for certain terms, drop it in a comment. All information is imperative right now. Nobody's right or wrong. We're all just learning and putting this information out here so that the universe, we're surrendering the information that we have so that the universe can do what she does best. Right? All right, so we got y'all going to jail. That's without a doubt. Penitentiary at that. You ain't going to no, what's it called? Correctional facility. This said penitentiary. The pen. You going to the pen because you were assassins and part of a murder cult that sacrificed over 20.34 million people. All right? It's more than 3 sisters that was working out of a facility, okay? Probably a deep underground military bunker system. I'm in Virginia, so y'all need to check the Greenbrier. Let's look that up. I'm in Virginia, so what deep underground military bunker systems are in Virginia? All right, Virginia is home to several deep underground bunker systems, including Mount Weather, a Cold War era bunker designed to shelter the president and top officials during a nuclear war, which is what they think, which is happening now. It is managed by FEMA, and that's why they're butting heads with FEMA. Okay, pay attention to the news. And it's one of, FEMA is some shit too. And it's one of the largest underground facilities in the United States. So we got Mount Weather, babies, right here under us in Virginia. And here I am talking about Greenbrier Resort. Don't get me. Continuity of government, COG bunkers. Classified bunkers that provide a secure location for government leaders during catastrophic events such as nuclear strikes. The Presidential Emergency Operations Center is one of the most well known. So the orange head nigga that you see out here, that ain't really him. That's his clones. All of them got clones. That's why they ain't even in. Governor Youngkin, where your ass at, Youngkin? Where's your ass at? Right? Your little minion, Alyssa Thornton, tried to get me to come on one of y'all islands. Yeah. But she knew I wasn't going to do that. She saw it in my eyes, right? She still tried to latch on and shit like that. She learned real quick by all the sicknesses that started developing in her lifestyle. And I don't know what y'all did to the baby girl that the autumn. I don't know what y'all doing to that little baby autumn, but you better fix it. You better fix it. Okay, so classified bunkers that provide us. Oh, we already read that. Yeah, they think they go. And then you got Virginia's secret underground world, y'all. Come on now, take your notes. Virginia's secret underground world. This includes various caves and tunnels such as Luray Caverns and Shenandoah Caverns, which offer unique underground experiences and historical significances, right? I told y'all I went to Shenandoah National Park with a group of individuals, a group of entities. Shout out to y'all because y'all got me back safe. I don't even understand what your mission was, right? I feel as though your mission was probably to do some harm. But you came and you felt my energy. And you was like, nah, ain't no way. This divine person right here is dark and evil or whatever they trying to say. Right? So shout out to y'all. So we got Shanna, which offers you. These bunkers are underground systems. And underground systems are part of Virginia's rich history and serve critical roles in national security and disaster preparedness. Okay? That motherfucker's living under there. I'm trying to tell you. And that's why they have the machines. They got these machines set up that's taking the payments, that's able to cut off your utilities, especially in Virginia, Dominion Energy. They able to cut your electricity off from wherever they're at, wherever their tower stations are, whatever they're called. They ain't even got to come out into your neighborhood no more. The gas people do, and the water people do. And they don't have the authority to do that either because all of those utility companies, they've been prepaid already, right? So they're asking us to pay more. First of all, it's a natural freaking resource. Correct. Right? The electricity, we're providing that energy for them. Us. Right? That's what frustrates me. I ain't even about to get in that energy, right? But that frustrates me. Especially when you make an entity like me pay some motherfucking utility bills. And I'm the one providing the energy for Dominion Energy. Any home, that used to irritate me. And then I'm on the phone with these entities and I'm telling them, how dare y'all? And I'm wasting my breath. I'm wasting my energy. I'm just wasting my time because I don't know the right terms, the legal terms. You got to learn all this shit and sign, and then learn all these forms, learn all these laws, learn all these codes that they done backdoored. What? It's simple. It's free. Anyway, let's get back into this read because we're already at 28 minutes and 22 seconds. Okay, so facility. Why did I even go there with Virginia in the deep underground military bunker systems? I don't know. But we went there, okay? We went there. And that's how my brain be going too. Where are we? Where were we? Okay, so we're figuring out deaths, murder, fraud, and it led me to Virginia because that's where I'm at, right? DMV area, okay, and they know my energy can protect nations, right? Nations. But yet, lo and behold, they steady attacked in their protector. Make it make sense. You want me to protect you or not? Yet you attack me, and I provided protection for nations. Got me fucked up. Guess who found out they power? Thank you, Down Home Comfort Cafe. Thank you. BDL 1014, thank you. To my in-laws, thank you. To my fake ass family, thank y'all. I appreciate that. Thank you to all you friends that said y'all were friends. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Look at me now. Look at me now. Oh. I take your paper. Yeah. Cause you took my love, my authenticity, right? My inheritance. Fuck that money part. The inheritance, the wisdom. You try to take that from me. You try to take my power. You try to take my position and my rank. But then you lost yours. Ashe. Alright, so come on, let's go. Big head ass social engineering ass people. Fucking with people, cameras and shit like that on here. So you're trying to make us look worse than what we already felt? What you already made us feel and put us through? Huh. Well, y'all, as far as in the DMV area, y'all want to know how the gig was up? Y'all can thank Joaquina. Down Home Comfort Cafe. You can thank them. And you could thank BDL 1014, right? He on YouTube and he be giving out some great information and some knowledge. Indeed. Watch out for all that you consider to be your master teachers. They are harvesting your energy straight through this platform, through this Black Mirror. What does smoke and mirrors mean? I always wanted to look that up because smoking mirrors. I put moking mirrors. Come on now. Moking. Like a child be like, Mom, why you moking? Smoking mirrors. Oh, it's smoke and mirrors. I thought like smoking mirrors, right? Smoke and mirrors. Something intended to disguise or draw attention away from an often embarrassing or unpleasant issue. Okay? Usually hyphenated when used. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me look up the spiritual. Smoke and mirrors. Spiritual meaning. Alright, the spiritual meaning of smoke and mirrors are rich and multifaceted. See, that's why you always gotta look up the metaphysical or spiritual meaning of things. Also look up what they wrote in their dictionaries as well. Learn everything, yo. Don't just stick to just one thing that you've learned. Learn it all. Learn it all. Don't apply it all and don't attach it all to you, but learn that shit. Learn it. They learned you. And that's a note to thyself. That's why I always take notes on every fucking thing. I'm just learning how to just shut the fuck up and observe. Write that shit. What the fuck? I just write it down real. I be writing it down, baby. Write it down. Write it down. So the spiritual meanings of smoke and mirrors are rich and multifaceted. Smoke is often seen as a conduit for prayer and intention, acting as a bridge. Right? Between the physical and spiritual worlds. It symbolizes transformation and the act of letting go of the old to embrace the new. Now, the mirrors, on the other hand, represent self-reflection of truth. They encourage individuals to examine their inner selves and provide clarity and honesty about their thoughts and actions. Together, smoke and mirrors can symbolize the spiritual journey, where smoke ascends to carry intentions and energies, while mirrors reflect our inner selves, prompting us to seek deeper self-awareness and transformation. These elements are integral in many spiritual practices, serving as tools for introspection and connection with the divine. Babies, they was able to use the mirror, right? They are so crafty with this witchcraft, dark witchcraft that they've learned, right? And the way that they use it. Half of us don't even know half this shit that they doing, right? We can feel it. I don't want to know none of the dark stuff, right? I just don't. just keep being pure magic like I am, right? But they were able to use these mirrors, right, to take you, right? Especially in dreams. You can enter an alternate reality and never come back, right? And they've siphoned you that way, right? Oh my God, this shit is deep. This shit is deep, y'all. This shit is deep. It's deep. Be cautious out there. Guard your spirit and your soul up. Your guardian angels are right behind you. Yo, they right behind you. Some of y'all ain't got them. You've lost them, right? Because of your actions, because of your energy, because of who you are representing to be. What the hell was that? The hell was that? Okay, so where were we? Damn, I be getting off course and shit like that. I be getting off course and shit like that. You were killing for an arousal. Come on. I don't even see how that can arouse someone to just kill, right? Well, it arouses me when I kill y'all in the spirit. Let me take that back. Bring that shit back. Bring that shit right back. But y'all was doing this shit in the physical. Right? So that's why we have to defend in the physical and come eat that ass up and remind y'all that physicality, that was just your test. Now we gonna eat y'all ass up. Not that cannibalism shit y'all do with the physical. We gonna devour your ass in the spirit, right? Because you ain't even got a fucking soul. So in that spirit, take the breath away from you. Slowly now. Slowly. From Hercules to motherfucking King Arthur. We don't give a damn. Because you can't abort this mission. You educated, but you broken spirit. You broken soul. You broken the heart. Yeah, you educated. And that's how they want you to feel bad. They want you to start making y'all feel bad like you have to be pressured to do these school systems, right? You have to be pressured to do their careers and their jobs that are of death. These jobs and careers that they have implemented out here in this land is of death. You have to become your own career by tapping into something that you got, an idea that you have in here. Pull that motherfucker out and plant that bitch and let it grow. That's the only way we're gonna be able to stop them. Well, no, that's not the only way that we're able to stop them, right? But as far as you all that are in the physical, right, that may feel like you're not strong enough in the spirit to rock out, you have a choice in the physical. You don't have to go to work for these folk. You don't. You really don't. Them bills are fictitious, right? They really not fucking bills. Right? It's another way for them to keep this Ponzi scheme going. Remember, they had to beg Peter to borrow some shit from Darren to give it back to goddamn Jessica, and then Jessica sucked his dick, so she ain't want to give him nothing else no more, and the story goes on. On whichever way you wanted to go. But all that money is false and ignorant, and it's just dirty money, basically, is what I'm trying to say, right? It's dirty. They've created this Federal Reserve System off some fucking bullshit, off of stolen inheritances, gold, off of stolen land, off of just stealing, babies. So no, you don't have to go work for them. Let them work for themselves. They've built this goddamn illusion. Let them work for themselves. Right? Yeah, I'm on Section 8. Yes, I am on Section 8. I get food stamps. Everybody know my goddamn story. But guess whose social security number they took in order to build this goddamn shit up? Yours, mine, motherfucker. So then they want to say, because they on Section 8 and they on Medicaid, they at the bottom of the barrel. Bitch, please. We're the ones that's holding this goddamn country up with our debt. Right? So stop going to work for them. If I had a different situation, which I feel like I'm being pushed out of this situation now, this whole government Section 8, but I'm here for a reason. Because they illegally use that social security number shit is another Ponzi scheme. All right, the birth certificate is not your real vital birth. That's not your real record of birth. They took away from your record of birth. and provided you with a fucking birth certificate. So we don't even know. I don't even know. In Pennsylvania, shit, I done tried to get the, what's it called? Live birth record, not the record of birth. I tried to get the live birth record. These motherfuckers act like you don't know what's that? Oh, you talking about the birth certificate? No, nigga, I'm not talking about the birth certificate. Then they look at you dumb as hell when you go in a places like, oh my God. So then you ask for you go up the chain of command, and they play this role flawlessly, baby. They'll look at you dumb as hell. Dumb as hell. They know what the fuck you talking about, and maybe some of them don't. Because they've pushed it out of the system so much that they forgot that they got to reveal the truth. Y'all better know the power that you have inside. Right? And you better know how that power can transform and change this whole world. Just by you focusing on you. Right? I focus on me, you focus on you, 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 right? And then collectively in consciousness, we all come together, right? Because of our individual mission, we're able to come together in spirit, and we ain't even got to be like holding hands and shit like that, right? But if we were to get to that level, you know how much we could crush this illusion. We're already shattering it. It's a wrap. Especially in my eyes. They better not come talking to me goddamn dumb. All right? They better not. I already didn't want my children in the school system. Now they really gave me a reason why. Right? Look back at a couple of my other videos when I was venting about my 13-year-old son and what happened to him in Prince William County Public Schools and what they've always done to my children in Prince William County Public Schools and Fairfax County Public Schools in Virginia. Okay? Gang stalking, heavy. The agents are in the school system, heavy. They're trained to fucking terrorize these children, right? And they train their children to do the same thing. The families that donate to these school systems own the school systems. A fucking cartel of people own the school systems. They own them principals. The principals can't tell them what to do. So then they will mix their children up in the classrooms, right? So that when something happened in the classrooms, they will only pick certain students to write a what's it called? Not a testimony, but a statement. To write a statement, right? But those students that they have write a statement, their family owns the school. So they're all connected in this one big ass lie. Yeah, make sure you write this, make sure you write that, make sure you write that. Some of them are even writing as the students. Right? But they can't hide from this universe, or if they're God or whatever. You can't hide from them. Especially not now. We're in a karmic retribution cycle. Right? That's supposed to end around 2030. We at 2025 right now. And you motherfuckers still ain't trying to get your shit together. You're still lying and you're still promoting just lies and illusions. So just because you just because you did all that, took it in the butt, and you had to suck, and you sacrificed yourself. You were part of all these dark rituals, right? Doomsday cults, you did all that shit. Right? And you're mad because we know we ain't supposed to do that shit. That's y'all world. That's y'all Babylonian world. Your Greek world that you bought here. Bought all that smoke here. Yeah. Now we putting it out. Right? So we figured out that, okay, they was killing for an arousal. Okay, we figured it out. For the most part, 20.34 million sacrifices. God damn. Over that. But they can't abort this mission no matter how much they try, and the other countries know it too. Right? All the governments are involved. Whether they say that they're allies or fucking enemies, that's another way to distract your ass. Republican or I'm about to say Dominican. Or Democrat. It don't fucking matter. Them bitches still gonna go eat lunch together, play golf together, just like your lawyers and your fucking judges. Right? It's all a scheme. But they know what time it is. Right? Because they're tapped into this whole, now they want to reveal to you about some damn UFOs and aliens and all that, right? They know what it is. They know what it is. Terraformation time, cleansing time. They only had a certain amount of years to rule. And they tried to construct time. Hi, Kronos, my love. Right? Kronos even knew its mission. All of us knew our missions. And when the time was up, we knew that we was going through a certain fucking period of time of illusions so that they were able to feel like they had a certain amount of power and control so that we were able to get them here, all here in their world. So now you have to back yourself out of their fucking world or you will be demolished with them. That summation is here. The black holes are waiting. Right? Right? So, y'all better get your shit together just like I am. And it ain't no overnight shit. No, it's not. This is a continuous ascension that we're going through. Not a battle, not a war. This is a continuous ascension. They want to call it a war, a battle. Oh, let them motherfuckers do it. Let them call it that. Let them be in war. Let them be in the battle. Focus on you. Yes, it's a lot to the political lingo that I'm learning, but it's a whole lot of bullshit within it too, to confuse you. Okay? And I'm going to tell you one thing. If you look at that CNN, C-SPAN shit and all that shit, you have to know what you're listening. How can I explain this? When I'm watching them and I'm listening to them, Spirit gives me certain terms and words that I should hear, right? And I write them down on cards. The majority of that shit that they talking about is to confuse you, right? And they've, like I said earlier, how they built over the land and then they'll rename it, or they've taken away from a certain natural force and then they rename it under their God or whatever they want to rename it as. Okay, that's the same thing that they're doing in the politics, okay? Renaming shit with laws and codes and all that good shit so they can understand as far as for their business and corporations, which is of death, all right? So they can understand that nonsense. But it's not nonsense. It's very relevant to understand what they're talking about. They consider us a threat, right? That we're the threat. I need y'all to check out that TV show called The Order. I think it's called The Order. It's on Netflix or something like that. Check it out so you can get a better understanding as to, the shapeshifters and they got some gems in that TV show. They showing you a whole lot with the colleges and where the information is. Wednesday too showed you a whole lot. From the Addams Family, that's on Netflix too. Showed you a whole lot. As far as like the dragons, we're here. We are very much so here. Mother Dragon has been waiting for so long. We're here. We're rising with consciousness as well. Me in general, I tell you what, I'm a whole lot of things. I'm a whole lot of entities, a whole lot of them. And I think that's where the borderline personality disorder came from. See, and that's another thing too. They want to label it as mental health, right? Mental fucking health. They crazy. Well, I'm crazy too. So I'd rather be crazy than be sane in this fucking world. Right? Borderline personality disorder. Then they try to give you medicine to dumb you down, to make you all zombified and shit like that. Because they wanted you to be medicined up and dumbed down, so when these solar flares come, you're not able to get these energies coming into you, right? You won't accept it. But that's okay because you're being cured too. They're getting ready to go to their mental health facilities, right? Yes, they are. Yes, the fuck they are. They're getting ready to go to their shelters, right? That they've built for us. They're going there now. They can no longer hide in the underground bunkers because guess what? Just like they built the underground bunkers, you got as above, so below, right? So if you got up here, you got the land up here, right? Right? This the land up here, and this is the underground land reflecting the land that's up here, right? As above, so below, right? So then, what the fuck is this? Take away this land, you got the so below, but then you got under it, right? Boom. Now they're stuck in the middle. You got us rising, right? And then you got us crushing their asses. I hope that was a good description. Now my brain and shit. I'm learning how to work well with my words and be more descriptive and take my time to try to talk and communicate a little bit better. Right? Land, underworld, right? You got the land pushing down on them with truth. They're stuck right here in the middle. And then you got truth rising that they buried over top of. Right? Okay. Boom. Boom. Like a grilled cheese sandwich. Right? But they asses stuck in the middle. Just like they wanted in their world of illusions. And they so damn ditzy and dumb because they still believe in this shit. Like they still believe in this shit. I'm saying it's a wrap, but it's okay. Let them keep believing that shit because we need them to keep believing that shit so we can keep growing and ascending. And no, we can't look back, y'all. We cannot look back. No, we cannot. You know how bad I want to look back to see if motherfuckers really learning their goddamn lesson, but I feel it. I feel it. In my soul, in my spirit, I feel it. Yeah, I want to look, but that's a form of revenge, right? No, don't look back. Look forward. We gotta keep pushing forward, y'all. Right? Alright, so we rebuke all spells, rituals, and castings that are not of the highest frequencies of source love consciousness that may have been projected our way on all timelines, planes, and dimensions. Consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously. Knowingly and unknowingly. Anything and everything that we are connected to spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, and ethereally, they are all protected. All is transmuted into whatever the fuck they sent to me, and then it's sent back to its source. Because I'm sovereign and free. Any agreements and contracts that I may have agreed to while I was being on lower paradigms of existence of consciousness, they're all cut and ended on all timelines, planes, and dimensions, consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously, knowingly and unknowingly. I am sovereign. I am sovereign. I am sovereign. It is done. It is done. It is done. And so it is. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Let's ring that bell, babies. Okay, beloveds, make sure y'all say that mantra. That's also in my book, too. Hashtag reverse the negative, okay? Make sure y'all say that in increments of 3, 6, or 9 in order to make your manifestation or your dream or your vision come alive, all right? Much peace, light, love, and